The presiding judge made a passionate appeal to Nnamdi Kanu, urging him to reconsider his decision to defend himself without legal counsel. Nnamdi Kanu had earlier announced he would proceed with self-representation in his ongoing trial, a decision that shocked both the court and observers. The judge clearly concerned about the legal implication and the risk involved, pleaded with Kanu to consult his lawyers, emphasizing that the courtroom is governed by technical rules and procedures that require expert interpretation. This has come to remind you of the previous videos I made about F. Young, a lawyer who said that Kanu is gambling with his case, that it is a risky gamble. This is the same thing why the judge have cleared the air about this, because you cannot be an expert in your own field and be an expert in another field. It is possible, but it may not be what you think. That Kanu requires legal expertise in his case. The judge noted that defending oneself in a case involving terrorism charges is extremely complex and fraught with dangers. He warned that without professional legal assistance, Kanu could intentionally harm his own case. The courtroom fell silence as the judge carefully explained the potential consequences of facing federal prosecutors with legal guidance. Kanu, who has always been confident in speaking for himself and his cause, listened attentively. He listened attentively. Observers say the judge's appeal was not just legal but human. Acknowledging the emotional and political weight of the case, the judge stressed that the stakes were too high for any form of error. Kanu's supporters present in the courtroom appeared unsettled by the development. Yes. So the legal analysts say this may be one of the rare instances where a judge publicly pleaded with a defendant for their own protection. Please, in God's name, get a lawyer, he said. So the judge emphasized that Kanu has a constitutional right to a lawyer and urged him to use it wisely. He reiterated that even if Kanu believes in his innocence, the court process must be followed properly without emotion. There's nothing like emotion in court. So the court process must be followed properly. He maintained and reminded the IPOB leader that justice must be pursued strategically, not emotionally. Kanu reportedly told the court he would consider the advice but gave no final decision. His legal team, who were earlier sidelined, were seen discussing intensely after the session. Civil rights groups have welcomed the judge's gesture as a sign of fairness and humanity. The situation added a new twist to the high-profile case. Some believes Kanu may change his mind in coming days. That is what everyone believes, that he should change his mind and know that professionalism is required on this very case, so that he don't make mistake out of emotion or anything. This is what the judge said on his word. Please, if you have never subscribed to this very channel, please kindly click on subscribe button up there. Just go to your phone, click subscribe button, because we have a lot of updates. We depend on giving you rare updates you need. This is the best channel you can depend on. Success Media Channel, where you get all the verified information, everything happening in Nigeria. Of course, you know that we have been following this Nnamdi Kanu's case, bomber to bomber. So anything that drops about this very case, we post it here immediately. You will see what is happening. Every information about it, you see what is happening. Very, very important. This is an informative platform where you get all the information you need in this very country and outside. Look at what the judge said. Terrorism. Judge begs Kanu in God's name to consult lawyers. Proceedings in the terrorism trial of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, took a dramatic turn on Monday as the trial judge, resorted to begging the defendant in the name of God Almighty to consult properly before proceedings to defend himself. He said it. So this is what happened, and this is what's happening. So Kanu should consider this. So others argue that Kanu's confidence may push him to continue without lawyers. Regardless, the judge made it clear that the court would proceed with or without representation. The case continues to generate national and international attention. Many are calling on the judiciary to ensure Kanu receives a fair and unbiased trial. The judge's words may influence not just Kanu's decision but public perception of the trial integrity. The court is expected to resume in a few days. Whether Kanu brings his lawyer back remains uncertain, but what is certain is that the court does not want to be seen as railroading a defendant who stood alone. The plea from the judge was clear sign this is more than a legal case. It is a matter of justice. Very clear sign. Very, very clear sign. This is more than a legal case. Very intelligent word. If Kanu should listen to this and do the needful, it will be very, very important, because most experts in law, jurists in Nigeria, in judicial institutions, have actually faulted his stance so far that he should need legal counsel. It's just like someone who is playing football inside the pitch. Those who are outside may be seeing deficiencies, but when you enter the pitch, you may not even understand. So it is very easier to consider and see some things outside faults, and you advise. Because Kanu is intelligent, we all know that. He's a wisdom man, we all know that. He's educated, we all know that. He's smart, we all know that. But this is a special case, terrorism case. It is not one man's business. It requires expertise, professionalism to advise him rightly. This is what he needs at this very point, so that he do not make mistake, because this case can never be settled with emotion, because it is a highly political case. Governments have much interest on this very case. They have serious interest on this very case. So you can't just leave Kanu alone on this case. They should advise him properly. That's why Effiong, Barrister Inibehim Effiong, came out publicly to say this, so that Kanu should understand, his family should understand, and anyone close to him should understand better that this case is a highly technical case and requires technical solution. It's not something Kanu can do alone, because he may, out of anger, burst into something that will bring problem upon this case at this very level. This is why the judge said you need legal counsel and experts. Thank you so much. Do have a lovely day ahead. Remember to subscribe. Just click on the subscribe button up there. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Remain safe. Be safe.